My name is Ramata Toulaye-Sy, and you can stream my film, Banel and Adama, on Kino Film Collection.
Hi, Ramata. How are you?
Hi, I am fine, and you?
I'm good, thank you. Thank you so much for joining Five Questions with Kino Lorber. Very excited to talk about your film, Banel and Adama. It's such a beautiful, beautiful film, and I love the story as well. It's kind of like, to me, it's like a love story with bite, which
Yeah,
is
exactly.
which I love. So we'll just get into the questions. My first question, like I said, what a visually stunning film. Every frame is like a painting, pretty much. Can you talk a little bit about, what you and your DP, Amin Barada's vision was for this film? And were you influenced by other films, by art, by nature, etc.?
Yeah, I was really inspired by painting because I really love painting and painter and contemporary art and modern art. So when I wanted to do this movie, I was like, I want to compose painting, in my movie. So I took inspiration from great painter as um, Amoako Bofo, who is Ghanaian, Kerry James Marshall, who is Afro-American, but also Edouard Munch and also Vincent van Gogh. And yeah, I really wanted to put some of my painting passion in this movie.
It really shows, honestly. And I love the eclectic, influences, and it really comes through and just how beautiful it is. And I love the character of Banel. This is a long question because I have a lot to say about her, but I feel like she's just so fiercely independent, so unapologetic, driven in her pursuits, and she's even a little bit scary at times. She's
Yeah.
full of equal parts love and rage. So in other words, she's a modern woman, right? Um, and you've talked about how, to your surprise, not everybody loved her as much as you expected. Were you hoping that the audience would love her, or are you okay with sort of mixed reactions? And I mean, is she meant to prove that a woman doesn't need to be loved or even liked to be whole?
Yeah, at the, to be honest, at the beginning, I was a little bit, sad that that some people really didn't like Banel, because I wrote the character, so it always make me feel something when people say, "Oh, your character is really weird," and I took inspiration from me. So when someone said, "I don't like Banel," so it's like I don't like you, but at the end, I was like, yeah, I think it's a good thing because I didn't want to, to create kind and, girly character. And I really took inspiration from great character from literature like Lady Macbeth, like Sula from Toni Morrison, and Romeo and Juliet. And I really like to say that my movie is a Juliet who become Lady Macbeth. So yeah, at the end, it's not a problem if the people don't like Banel, but I think the most important thing is that the people understand her struggle.
Yeah, and I think we definitely do. And I mean, like you said, I think the most interesting characters are complex and complicated, right? And not
Yeah.
one-dimensional. And she's definitely very, very complex, and I love her. So there's a very distinct sense of place in the film, but the sense of time is a little bit more opaque and mysterious. It's very hard to tell what period the film was set in. Can you talk a little bit about that aspect?
Yeah, I wanted to do a tale. And so because when I was young, I really liked to read a lot of, you know, like Jean-Charles Perrault, like the book of Perrault, the tale, and a lot of young, young adult book. So I really wanted to do a tale, but also a timeless story because it was really important for me to make a little bit of mystery around the world and to do a bit of magical realism also. And I think that the fact that the this story is timeless, make the movie a little bit more magical.
Yeah, for sure. And it's interesting that you say that because a lot of the reviews I've read compare the story to like a parable or like a fable, is this story meant to teach a lesson? And if so, what is that lesson?
I don't. Maybe if there is a lesson at the end, but even me, I don't know the lesson of this story. I think, yeah, maybe the lesson of the story is you have to be the woman you want to be. I think it's the story of this, the lesson of this story. Be the woman you want to be. There is no rule, and there is not one definition of being a woman. You can create your own definition of being a woman.
I love that. And it's so universal and, like you said, so timeless and more pressing than ever, if I may add. So it's a really good message.
Thank you.
Well, we have one more question. I read that your cast is comprised of non-professional actors.
Mm.
They're not trained actors like even the two titular protagonists. What was it like working with Kadi and Mamadou? And, how were they able to bring your characters to life so successfully? Was that just them and their innate skills, or was that your direction? Or
No,
both?
it's not I don't think it's them because, in real life, Hadi is like very shy and Mamadou is a little bit crazier than Adama, than the character of Adama. And I think it's like I I I've been really lucky that to found them because I don't know why. I think it's like it was my first movie and it was also their first movie. And I think we learned together how to do a movie. I learned during the on the set how to direct actor, and I think they also learned to act on this set for the first time. And I think it's like a lot of work. We worked a lot. We have rehearsal during the night, during the weekend, every day. And I think we work a lot. And I think it's for that at the end, they are Mamadou and Kadi, they are the character at the end.
Yeah, I mean, it's incredible that they have no acting training because it's
Yeah.
just like so believable and so natural. And actually, just as a bonus question, because we have some time left, but what was the casting process like? Did you have to see a lot of people before you were like, okay, that's them?
Yeah, for Haji, for the character of Banel, it was really, really difficult. I saw a lot of young women. And the fact is, Haji didn't show up at the casting. And I saw her one night, walking on the streets from far. And after that, I look at her and I said, "Who is this girl?" And I was with the casting director with me, and she said, "Okay, let's go and let's go talk to her." And at the beginning, she didn't want to come at the casting, and I had to talk with her, and she came, and I was so lucky, to just I found her, like this on the street, and I was so desperate because I saw a lot of women, and I think, yeah, it was like magical. It was like destiny, I think.
It was fate, yeah, like destiny.
Yeah, yeah.
Well, she was perfect as Banel, so it worked out really well. Well,
Thank
thank you
you.
so much. The film is fantastic. Congratulations on the
Thank you to
film.
you.
And thank you so much for answering our 5 questions.
Thank you to you.